Remember,
Another government shutdown is coming next week, and lawmakers are debating giving more money to ICE and Homeland Security. House and Senate leaders presented a bill on Tuesday to fund most of the federal government to keep it up and running. The sticking point here this time around is not health care spending like last time. This time, it's about DHS and ICE spending. The bill on the table now would add another $10 billion for ICE. That's on top of the $74 billion added to ICE and $191 billion added to Homeland Security funding through President Trump's big, beautiful bill over the summer. The bill now would cut ICE's budget for immigration enforcement and deportations, but it would allocate $20 billion for body cameras. The House and Senate now only have 5 working days to sign off on a deal and get it to the president for signature to avoid another shutdown on January 30th.
ICE is beyond reform. ICE is totally out of control, and this week I intend to introduce a bill to abolish ICE. We need to make ICE go away.
Recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been...
He thinks ICE hasn't gone far enough. You guys prepare for 2026, 2027, 2028. All this shit's just getting started, I promise you.
Shalom, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH Hashem, YAHAWASHI Hashem, Rakwah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim Wagwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawak coming at you with no lesson, and you see, this is not no good, happy time and whatnot. I just had a precept, and because I was talking, I forgot it. All right, but anyway, Yahweh does I remember. The precept comes back to me, but basically the thing here is that you see, number one, DJT is literally saying that ICE has not gone far enough. When you saw the videos of them breaking into people, tackling some mother, breaking into people's cars, forcefully, just taking people. And I don't know, they didn't say who those people were, but based off of that Renee Good story that happened, where I'm pretty sure, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Renee Good was a U.S. citizen. She was natural born U.S. citizen, but yet she was attacked and she was literally killed. All right. So as a result of that, they're also going after other Jakes as well. They're going after people. They're going after everyone. It's like nobody is safe, regardless of it was apparently supposed to be for immigration, but clearly that's not. It's not for immigration. It's for more than that anyway. And I believe there was this one Edomite that said something like, if we don't fight back, then if the people fight back, I'm not saying we, I'm saying if the people fight back, because that's them. If the people fight back, then they're going to say, oh, we knew we had to do this, because if we didn't do this, look at all these people, they're all aggressive and so like that. Or if we don't fight back, well, we can just keep on doing it because no one's fighting back and whatnot. And no, that's a tactic that Esau does, where he initiates some sort of conflict, and then if the person fights back, then they say, oh, look at this aggressive behavior, look at all these people being evil, wicked, all this stuff, X, Y, and Z and whatnot. But then if you don't fight back, then they're just going to keep on abusing you, and you're just put in a perpetual cycle of either you fight back and then you get called aggressive for fighting back, or you don't fight back and you let them continue to abuse you and whatnot. Which this is where we're at right now. All right, and I've seen that's happened to me before. It was such an evil thing. But anyway, continuing on to the stuff that actually matters over here. The next thing about it is Trump converts 23 giant warehouses into ICE detention centers. So again, he's as he said before, they did not go far enough, and they're still going to continue to go. On top of that, they have this where they're saying that there's going to be another government shutdown. All right, and like that was like what, 2 months ago, like December, I think November or December, I forgot which month it was, but so close together, there's already going to be another government shutdown. And over here, they're basically saying that they want to put, well, number one, DJT wants to add more money into ICE, and then on top of that, there's also other on the other side of it, which control opposition that's saying we want to implement the thing. We're trying to work on making a bill so that we can stop ICE funding, so that we can try to control the thing, where they say this type of stuff to give you a false sense of hope, saying like, oh my god, I really hope that bill to stop ICE stops them, or actually goes through, because I really don't want to do any of this. I don't want this stuff like that. Like, they give the people a false sense of security and a false sense of hope, where they think that Esau is actually working towards fixing stuff, when in actuality that's just talk. They're just saying that, but in actuality, the true fact of the matter is that DJT is going to continue to push this whole ICE thing. Okay, and we see that clearly with this. This is the example of it, where TJT converts is buying warehouses. He's buying more warehouses for to detain more people. All right. So how is this letting people? This lets people know what's going on, but the people, they don't know what's going on. They don't know that all this stuff, because they're not keeping up to date with everything. All right. So that's where you got this. Oh, and this is in February, and this was in January. So those 10 days are up. All right, like those 10 days are up. Either the government shutdown. Is the government shutdown? Did the American government shutdown again? Partial U.S. government shutdown enters third day. So yes, they did go into a partial shutdown. Once again, apparently it looks like they're trying to end the partial shutdown, but I don't know. As of right now, yes, there is some form of a shutdown, of a government shutdown. All right, so let's get into these quick things. Sirach chapter 10 verse 3: an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So this unwise king is destroying his people. These people are suffering as a result of Esau being in power, and you can only imagine just how terrible things are continuing to get. All right, because that's the reality of it, is things are only going to continue to get worse. All right, it's not going to get better, and things getting worse. All right, these are the sign of the end. These are the signs that Yahawashi is going to return. All right, I just remember where the thing, and I forgot it again. It's Lakia. Proverbs 29 verse 2: when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So not just our people are suffering, and not just our people are mourning, but also the Edomites are also mourning, because clearly Esau is not fit to lead. Esau is not meant to rule, but as a result of the Lord Yahweh giving him this temporary position, not just our people, but his people are also saying, like, we hate this regime, we hate all this stuff that's going on. The Esau is a devil, Esau is this, Esau is that, whatever. He's destroying us, he's getting us killed, X, Y, and Z and whatnot. Like, this is how stuff is going on. All right, like we're being destroyed as a result of it. All right, now Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6: ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces turn into paleness. Verse 7: alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So basically the thing here is that things are only going to get worse. Things are getting worse as we see, and we're literally talking about things right now where, like, this is unprecedented. So the government shutdown, people not being able to have, the government assistance stuff. Well, I don't know if food stamps did food stamps get shut down in America. 2 days ago. Wait, it said that means it says so. Yes, it did not get shut down. So food stamps are still active. It's something else.
Minneapolis protest continues after 2 U.S.
Okay, I'm not listening to this. Okay, whatever. You basically get the point. Well, there is some stuff going on, but yeah, I don't have all the details. Not trying to get it right now. But ultimately, we do know what we do know for a fact is number one, there is a government shutdown actively. We don't know how in all the different areas. Number two, DJT is perpetuating and pushing more ICE to abuse their power, more ICE to attack the people, as we read in Sirach chapter 10 verse 3, destroying the people. That's what Esau is pushing, and he said, we haven't, the ICE hasn't done enough. They still need to do even more. Like, we're not done with pushing all that stuff. And finally, 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Where the thing here is that we're gonna get to a point where the people, they're going to say, you know what, we're done with this stuff, and we're not going to tolerate this anymore. And we're going to start fighting back eventually soon. All right, where they're not going to care, they're not going to give a damn about the established governments and the established powers, which that's what kings and princes mean basically, where their dictator DJT and whatever is going around pushing and doing all this stuff. But very soon they're just gonna say, oh well, you know what, you had your chance to rule and all that stuff, but we're not accepting this. We're not gonna let you just walk all over us. We're gonna fight back and whatnot. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone about and shalom.